Hey, what up? It's New Age Jeff, and it's been a while. I know, but I'm here nonetheless. So let's get into this Gemini season. Gemini season is so light and playful. So light and playful. But being the season of the twins, the magician, the trickster, it's also a season of many tricks. And you can take that how you please. Now, like any good-hearted trickster, the fun and the games are playful, intending to cause happiness, ease. But with let's say, a more doubtful trickster, or one that has differing intentions, life can present you with multiple situations, or just situations in general, that force you to choose. And give me a sec. It's all fun and games, right? When life is presenting you with multiple situations, opportunities that could potentially bring you happiness and joy. But life becomes tricky when all of these scenarios come into play, and you get a little greedy or too confident. Gemini, ruling the house of self-expression, is also a position of confidence, a position of knowing thyself, and knowing thyself through active participation, vocalization, movement, and activity, so to speak. So, with that being said, Janice, there are some things that can assist us during this time. And when I say during this time, I mean immediately. There is a focus on probiotics, skincare, stress management, collaboration, stretching of the minds and heart, youthful remembrance, and core essence. Gemini brings us back to school age, school times, group activities. The youthful mind, the acquisitive, inquisitive, curious mind, the growing mind, the adding mind, and the subtracting mind. Youthful remembrance allows us to tap back into our childlike spirit, I'd like to say, but the childlike mind, and going all the way into adolescence. I'm getting into the age of 15. Remembering your core essence, remembering who you are as a child, in a childlike state. Stretching of the minds and the hearts in collaboration with another, as you intertwine and remind yourselves of who it is that we truly are. Gemini, the coming together of the minds, simultaneously with the heart, as Gemini represents, again, the childlike and youthful self. Being able to find yourself within another individual, and not so like Libra, where Libra presents more so of an individualistic detachment in reflection of another, causing a mirroring effect. Where Gemini, two beings or two bodies coming and meeting within a collaborative state that almost becomes melding. Gemini is a mutable energy, much like Sagittarius and Pisces. And where Sagittarius has an interest of melding the higher mind and the animal state, Pisces has a need to come together with the whole into totality and meld into dissolution until we dissolve and become none. Gemini takes two entities, comes together and creates a new equal force, a bonding force, a collaborative force that melds and bonds together and almost becomes one. But within that dual nature is a seeing, or the meeting of like mind, creating dual consciousness in awareness, yet within a whole or a total sum. Nana, go lay down. I'm not talking to you right now. You know why I'm upset. Go lay down. Go lay down. We'll go outside shortly. You know the time. Nani, go lay down. Go lay down, Nana. Go lay down, Nani. Relax. Gloria is 1 year old and somehow has regressed in her training, and I'm kind of not having it, so we have to be serious around here. Okay, so there's that. Let's pull some energy. Let's just continue to take a look. A melding of the minds within a dual perspective, becoming one, yet remaining individualistic. Detached, let's say, from the whole, yet intertwined within the sum. Geez, I haven't done this in a while. I forget that sometimes the channeling comes without me knowing, and doesn't always make sense to me in my mind. I'm not here to decipher. 8 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, along with the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Emperor with a split deck. Let's see, what's at the bottom of this? Oh, the High Priestess and the Lovers. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Death card, so that's the ending. What is the Emperor telling us? He's the Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving and purposeful. Steady and potentially at a halt. We have the Queen of Wands, and I feel like it's allergy season. All right. So what do I see here? I see Queen of Wands energy. The solar, childlike demeanor that is bright, warm, attractive, and constantly looking for the sun. We have Leo energy, we have the Lion, we have July, August, June. We could even potentially be going into September with the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles, as we have Earth energy, so fire, Earth, and we are currently in air with the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords, to me, is not only a stalemate, right? Because I have a depiction of the cosmic tarot. The 8 of Swords is two individuals with their backs turned within a mental confine. They are in conflict and a disagreement and unable to kind of come to terms. Now, the 8 of Swords is also the ability to become receptive to information, and also understanding when it's time to become still in order to understand what is one receiving on a logical and mental level and playing field. The 8 of Swords creates a certain border of security, also a border of boundaries. But the number 8 also echoes an infinite loop, right? Where we are, the whole point is to create inertia. Now, the 8 of Swords wants to tell us that there is a lack of inertia, or a lack of mental energy or mental flow. This is also trying to figure out how to create movement within a confines, right? Where there is a construct or a mental construct that appears to be stale, and there's really no movement within that, and the space feels really tight. The space feels really tight, and we're not exactly sure how to move around each other. And so I feel that I need to stop, just kind of stop, right? Because it could be the opposite, where we are within a mental confine or a mental structure, and we don't know how to, we feel anxious, we feel like we want to get out of the situation. We can feel claustrophobic, restricted, antsy, and slightly panicky in the situation. But the higher mind is asking for some sort of attention. Becoming still, locking the mind, and forcing the self to listen. The buzzing energy, the anxious energy, the need to know, the need to buzz, the need to create movement, the need to just be in a frenzy, the need to constantly be emitting energy, the need to just burn ass, like to burn fuel, essentially, is a call for you to do your best to calm yourself down and to become still in order to receive and listen to the higher. Now, with the 3 of Pentacles here, we have a structure, a physical structure, and one that denotes monetary gain. It could be business. The 3 of Pentacles is usually a business collaborative effort or a teamwork effort. But this is also the pinnacle of a solid foundation, meaning the 3 of Pentacles shows us a solid foundation or a solid structure that we've been working on and building over time. Now, the 4 of Pentacles would show us some sort of stagnancy or a completion or a building block. Where the 3 of Pentacles is the foundation, the establishment, and is full of building blocks and is a collaborative effort and continues to grow over time. There's investments here that are still growing, but this looks very big, very strong, and I see that you've been working on this for at least 10 years. You've been working on a creative effort or creative part of yourself for at least 10 years. Working, perfecting, seeking out information, knowledge, asking others for help, placing yourself in team efforts, work environments, or just environments that allow you to build not only your self-esteem, not only your creative self, but also building the esteem of others. But we find ourselves here in this Eight of Swords here. I'd like to take a look at that Eight of Swords. What do we need to understand here in regards to the Eight of Swords? I mean, you could have been locked up in your mind for quite some time, not being able to fully see things clearly with a mental fog present. Nine of Swords, right? Not only a mental fog, but a fear. A lot of fears in the mind, a lot of overthinking. Anxious energy. Yeah, I was correct about that anxious energy. Fearing how you are going to grow in your external world, right? The Knight of Pentacles, because things have been so slow. I mean, fearing about money, fearing of income, fearing of being left out, right? If you took a mental break or needed a mental break or have felt casted out or blocked out due to your inability to think clearly, you're worried about some sort of like asset or some sort of business investment or some sort of learning investment or some sort of like studiousness, like some sort of like learning endeavor, a skill that you've been building, skills that you have accumulated. You've been blocked from your own mental resources, and were uncertain of whether your value in the world was deteriorating, whether your investments went in vain or have gone in vain. Nine of Pentacles. You'd be surprised to know that you're going to be coming out on top. With the 10-year investment plus, at least, you know, there's enough stability here that's going to last you a lifetime. The 10 of Pentacles brings us into old age and even into retirement. The 3 of Pentacles it's an enterprise that is established, but an enterprise that is still fresh and young. And this enterprise, oh my gosh, right? Where you are working alongside others and compensating them for their time efficiently. Look at that. Can't even make this up. 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. There's shared wealth here. There's shared wealth. Oh my God, there's the Emperor. Remember I told you he was he was over there. Okay, so this is some sort of like leadership position, or a position where you are able to gain and accumulate wealth and distribute it. Oh my gosh. The 2 of Pentacles, which would show financial distribution, right? Financial organization, financial success. I mean, this is a new business. I think This could be a new business that is being opened in collaborative effort where money is going to just come and be accumulated, and where you're going to not only be able to support yourself financially, but that of others. And not only give yourself business opportunity, growth opportunity, but that to others. So you could be expanding yourself in business, right? Something new, a new opportunity, a new blessing, a new wish fulfillment, something that your heart, your spirit has been desiring. There's a clarity that is coming to you. There's an emotional breakthrough coming to you. There's a cleanliness coming to you. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. I mean, I see moving around money, moving some money around, money investments as well, but I just see so much stability here. I mean, if you had a creative block, that should be clearing pretty soon. Did you forget who you were for a second? Oh my God, all of your tools are here. I feel like you went on a journey. I feel like you went somewhere so fucking far, and you could not intellectually comprehend what it is that you were overcoming or about to overcome. Four of Wands. There's a celebration or a grand mark in your journey, healing. But look at this, where the mind is blocked. I mean, there is just like a lock and a block, yeah. 10 of Wands would be a block or a burden. There is a block in your throat chakra. There is also a block in your finances. And there is a block in your ability to collab and work with others. It's almost like an asylum, oddly, like being put into a quiet chamber or a mental chamber where your faculties of communication and thoughtfulness and thoughtful clarity was not available to you. 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. I mean, this is like truly stuck in the mind, thinking about every negative possibility, every fear that could actually be a potential threat. But what this was, it was all in the mind, and there was a mental block that needed to be cleared so that you can move on and enjoy the fruits of the labor accumulated over time, which you have not been able to see due to the mental healing and clearing that needed to happen. And it appears to me like that burden has lifted, like the burden is lifting. And there's a clarity that is coming to you, and you're going to see that money is going to begin to flow, and you're going to be able to take control of your resources once again. Perception. I don't know why that came out, but look at the butterfly here. Excuse me. Yeah, you're having a shift in perception. Oh, yes. Your Gemini season is bringing you a shift in perception where you have released and will dump a mental load. What else? Temperance. The blending of fire and water. Patience. Alchemy. Alchemizing a new perception. It's like a butterfly, the transformation of a butterfly. It liquefies. It goes from a solid into a liquid and then becomes a solid again in a new form. And so our brains essentially was that of a caterpillar. It went into mush, into a liquid form where it was not able to be put into use, which caused fear, anxiety, and also a disconnection from the external world, causing even further worry and burden in regards to resources and long-term stability. But you have now reached the point of mental healing and clearing, and that burden has now passed. There's a successful union, a coming together, a liking of the minds, like we mentioned before. But we're also graduating to the next level together and not alone. There's a collaborative effort or a business investment that was put into place in the past, recent past, and we feared that we were not contributing to that as we needed. But the universe wants to tell you that you have been supported and that your guides and your angelic spirits and those sent to protect you have protected your assets, so to speak. And let's say that those assets are not tangible to you right this moment, but there is labor and energy investment accrued over time, which will manifest in your physical reality. Almost coming back as a windfall, or someone wanting to give to you, give back, or someone willing to invest in you further, where money and gains becomes further abundant and you're able to distribute that, okay? Also, there's a shift in perspective in regards to your finances and money as well. And you're definitely ready and able to kind of take center stage. Judgment here, right? So there's like a second calling, or not only a rebirth, but like you went through I want to say a slumber. And this is an awakening from a slumber. Like you were placed in a forced slumber or like a deep freeze where you were called into inaction, and it was not a good feeling at all. Final clearing. You've overcome a major passage on your spiritual journey to ascension. You've also successfully have graduated from the spiritual plane in full mental integration of all that has happened to you, and are now able to descend onto a physical 3D level, making all of your resources and skills practical and tangible. Where you once felt lost, you will now feel redeemed and renewed. And I'm telling you, this time you are not alone. There's an emotional fulfillment that comes from deep within yourself, from doing the spiritual emotional work, for doing the alchemy, for doing the balancing, for doing the integration, for integrating your patience and your time, and understanding that alchemy is a process, and that transformation, transfiguration takes time. And we see that that has and will pay off. You no longer feel like you need to chase others. You no longer feel that you need others, because you have successfully integrated yourself with the whole. You feel fulfilled and no longer left out. Oh my God, look at the Temperance card again. You feel fulfilled and no longer left out. There's also a high vibration and frequency to you, a cleansing effect. There's, again, a cleansing effect, yep, with the Fool. A new beginning, something new, clear, clean, fresh, balanced, alchemized, integrated, sexual, sensual, light, and attractive. Four of Wands. I mean, there's that overcoming again. There's that, it's like up leveling in specialty and or skill. Oh my God, Ten of Pentacles once again. Look at that. It's like when you thought you lost everything, When everything, look at that, the Eight of Swords. When you thought you lost everything and everything was crumbling down, and it was this is the card I was telling you about. When everything was came tumbling down and crashing down, and you were automatically like pushed into the recesses of your mind, and everything felt dark. And in this darkness, everything was changing outside of you, that cocoon energy. You're in the cocoon. Your consciousness is there, but everything else has dissolved. And your consciousness is within this structure, it's dark. And everything is shifting and changing, but you're there. It's like being in the womb, being in utero. But you have zero control, and you have zero interaction, seeing or knowing of what's happening in your external environment, and you are forced into surrender, and you are forced to relinquish control and to just sit and to let the world, the universe, your higher guides, your higher mind to conspire and to allow everything that you have put your mind, body, and soul and body into to materialize. But that required that you be kind of kicked out from the physical reality and forced into your mind, and to do the final cleaning out, to do the final clearing work in the deep recesses and confines of your mind, to release any wounding or any burdens placed on your mental and physical self-esteem. In that state, you thought you lost everything, and all you could see is a loss of light, where all you can understand and see is darkness. And all you could actually do in that moment is to accept loss and defeat, as it felt that life and universe was ripping everything from you, and that you were losing all your time and energy, right? The very thing that you put your everything into, you thought it was just gone. Like, fuck, I gotta start new. I gotta find a new identity. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do in this next chapter of my life. Did I just waste the last 10 years, the last 20 years, the last 12 years, the last 9 years of my life? What am I? Who am I? Like, this is really crazy. Like, this is insane. And then, now that the fog is lifting and you are able to break ground and to come out from the cocoon and spread your wings, like a flower breaking ground for spring, you are stretching, and you're seeing that the most valuable parts of your identity and the most valuable parts of your world are not only there, but they have grown to last. They have grown to support you in ways that you have not experienced yet. So what you're going to be able to experience moving forward is not only a clarity of mind and a new mental inspiration, but you're also going to be able to indulge in, to be able to witness and indulge the fruits of your labors. There will still be a remnants of the fears and the scatteredness that you confronted over the last several months. But that is not to be minded and to be focused on your material reality as you allow yourself to enjoy the goods that you have stored for yourself. Yeah. You're gonna see what's left over is like the sifting of the gold. I love that, sifting sand and seeing the gold. But the gold is not something that appears by chance. The gold is your investment that you couldn't see or touch until you became of age. And you're just about there. So yeah, that's what I have for you right now. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.